Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is a new year. We've got a fresh face. We've got fresh teams. We've got a fresh season. Welcome back to the Mid-Atlantic Mauling League. It's Season 2, and we're here tonight for the season opener. It's the Chaos Cup. Tonight, we have the newcomer Artificial Bunny. SB Beaver, thanks for the sub. Also, Clypheus, thanks for the sub. Really appreciate it. We have the newcomer Artificial Bunny coaching a minor matter. He will be up against the Batter Bowl champion Clypheus and knee high to Nuffle. But before we get into this these two teams, why don't we take a look at the season format? If you are unfamiliar with the Mid-Atlantic Mauling League, welcome, and we'll go over how the season works. So first up, the season format has 4 competitions. There's the Chaos Cup, the Spike Magazine Trophy, and the Dungeon Ball. These are all open competitions. That means anyone can play, whether they are veterans to the game or they are new to the game of Blood Bowl. You can jump in at any point and play a game. The 4th competition is the Blood Bowl, and that is an invitational. That is the championship competition of the season. All seasonal competition winners are invited to the Blood Bowl, so if you win the Chaos Cup, Spike Magazine Trophy, or the Dungeon Bowl, you earn a spot in the Blood Bowl. Remaining slots are filled by the best performing teams per single competition. So there's a minimum of 4 teams in the Blood Bowl. Obviously, that means that there's at least 1 open spot, and that will be filled by the best performing team outside of the 3 winners. Secondary coaches play in a qualifying bracket. If there are multiple second place teams, which there likely would be, then they would all play each other in a qualifying bracket, the winner of which who would then advance to the main bracket. And this can keep going down the chain. If there are an uneven number of teams, then they will each play in their own qualifying bracket to move up the bracket to eventually get into the main bracket with the 3 seasonal winners. A coach must play with their ranking team. If a coach plays 2 teams, one of which ranks them and one of which doesn't, they can't play the team that didn't rank them in the Blood Bowl. If a coach ranks with more than 1 team, they may choose which of the teams they want to play with. And the winner of the Blood Bowl is declared the season champion. The competition format for this Chaos Cup is a Swiss competition. There will be 5 rounds in regular play. You can't play the same team twice in regular play. The first round will be randomly paired. Additional rounds will pair the first place team with the second place team and the third place team with the fourth place team, so on and so forth, with the caveat, of course, that you can't play the same team more than once. Those pairings will be determined by points. You earn 3 points for a win and 1 point for a tie. However, your standings will be determined by the standard tiebreak rules. If you're unfamiliar with those, then very quickly, they're determined by points. If 2 teams are tied in points, then it goes to who beat whom. If Team A has 5 points and Team B has 5 points, but Team A beat Team B, then Team A will be ranked higher in the standings than Team B. If it's still tied at that point, for example, if Team A and Team B didn't play, or if they played to a draw, then it goes to the TD differential. That's the total number of TDs you scored minus the total number of TDs you've given up. Then it goes to the total number of TDs you scored, and then if it's still tied, then it's a coin toss to determine where you are in the rankings. And then that's important because there'll be a cut to top 4 after the 5 rounds of Swiss. So the top 4 teams, as determined by their standings, will advance on to the single elimination bracket. The game rules for every game this season, there'll be these are LRB 6 games. Blood Bowl 2 uses LRB 6. BB 22 has been out. It shakes up the game a lot, but BB 3 is not out yet, so we're still using the Living Rulebook 6. On top of that, the MAML has a few rules regarding extensions. All coaches have 7 days to play their weeklies. All coaches have 3 3-day extensions, so if they use an extension, they can extend their week from 7 days to 10 days. Extensions stack up to 6 days unless approved by a commissioner. So a coach can use 2 extensions to extend their week up to 13 days total. And they also stack with their opponent. So if a team uses an extension and their opponent uses it as an extension, that's the same as if the team just used 2 extensions by itself. If a coach can't play, they forfeit the week. Forfeits are bad in this game. Not only do you give up the game, you give up your MVP. MIA coaches automatically use their available extensions. This is a courtesy to coaches in case life gets in the way. They don't have to worry about forfeiting the week. They'll automatically use whatever extensions they have available. Commissioners may grant bonus extensions for single elimination matches. Concessions are not allowed in the league. Ties are allowed in regular play. However, single elimination play results in overtime. Overtime results in a third quote-unquote half. It's another 8 turns. It is sudden death, so the first team to score wins. It starts with a coin toss, just like the first half. However, unlike normal halves in Blood Bowl, you don't get your TRRs back. So when games look like they're going to go into overtime, coaches really change their strategy to determine whether they want to hold on to a TRR or whether they want to go for it and try to win it before it goes into overtime. So who is on the agenda tonight? We have Artificial Bunny, newcomer to the league. He has an Underworld team, a minor matter. As you can see, Underworld is a mixed race team of Skaven and Goblins. I think in BB 2020 they also have Snotlings, I think. But Underworld got overhauled pretty heavily in BB 2020. But again, that's not what we're playing tonight. It's LRB 6 tonight. Oh, what's really cool about these, the lore behind these guys is that they live underground, and they're like, so it's goblins and Skaven living underground, and consequently they live near Warpstone. So you can see the players all have like Warpstone embedded in them and stuff, which I think is a really nice touch. SP Beaver says they look so squishy. Yes, indeed they do. Because they live next to the Warpstone, they get mutations, and in Blood Bowl that translates into Underworld teams having access to mutations as normal upgrades. Mutations are very, very strong because they give you lots of avenues as to how to kit out your players. And you can use that to real devastating effect. However, the weaknesses are fairly apparent, as SP Beaver brought up. They have very low AV, almost 7 across the board. They also have low strength. Plus, the Skaven, the racist Skaven on this team, all have animosity. Animosity means that if they try to pass or hand off to a goblin, there's a chance they have to pass a die roll, and there's a chance that they just will refuse to do it. And if they refuse to do it, it's not a turnover. You can still opt to try to pass or hand off to somebody of their own race. So that's a very interesting limitation on Underworld teams. Over here on the TRRs, you can see he has 3. I think it's a real smart move to take 3 TRRs. You can see they're super expensive for Underworld teams, $70K. TRRs cost a certain amount at TV 1000. If you're unfamiliar with TV, that's your team value. That is your total team value in gold divided by 1,000. So TV 1000 means that you have a team worth 1 million gold. And this is the typical starting value for a team. So with a TV 1000 team, a fresh team, your TRRs are, in this case, worth 70K. It's race specific as to how much these cost. For example, for Wood Elves, this is 50K. But after your team gains experience, once they've started playing, TRRs double in cost. So this is going to cost 140K to get these TRRs after they start playing. And so I think it's a really smart move to pick up the third one right now. 2 TRRs is nice, 3 is a whole lot better, and a team like this really depends on them. So a really smart move to pick one up first. There's not a whole lot of trickiness with an Underworld team as far as their positionals are concerned. The trickiness really comes into play with how a coach wants to use it. Again, they have access to those mutations, And they've got Skaven, which are great, and they have Goblins, which, stat line might not be great, but they are stunty, and they have dodge, and they're so cheap. They're so cheap that you can use them in ways you might be more hesitant to use them on another team, or hesitant to use another player on another team. One Warp Stone Troll. He's always hungry. He has Mighty Blow. He's really stupid. He's a loner, of course, being a big guy. 5 strength is massive. 4 MA's fairly slow, but he can also throw any of these 5 goblins. The 5 goblins can get tossed. They can get tossed up to a short pass away, and then if they land on their feet, they can still take their turn. They've got 6 MA. This effectively cuts the pitch length down to 3/4 its size for a team like this. If they can just get 3/4 of the way down the pitch, which is 5 spaces away from the line of scrimmage, they can score. And that makes it very, very tricky for a defense against an Underworld team. How do you play? You don't want to play... when do you switch from man-to-man to zone? Do you get super, super aggressive? When do you start to back off and start zoning out the offense because you're afraid of a goblin toss, or even a goblin run? A goblin with this dodge and stunty, I mean, they can dodge right through a defensive line. 2 Skaven linemen, 2 Skaven blitzers, and 2 Skaven throwers. That means Boring Augur here and Steam Shovel are more than likely going to be the ball carriers. He's going to put them both back, either put them both back on kickoff reception to maximize his turns on his half, or he's going to keep one in reserve. We'll see what he decides to do. 1 Apothecary, 1 Cheerleader to round out the team at a TV of 1,000. He'll be up against Clypheus, the Batter Ball champion, and Knee High to Nuffle. Knee High to Nuffle coming in at 980 TV. It's an 11-man roster as opposed to the 12-man roster. Chaos Dwarves are like dwarves, but, with a little spice. They have the Bull Centaurs up here, which are one of the best players in the game with a strength of 4, an AV of 9, and both sprint and sure feet. That means they can GFI an additional space, so they can move up to 9 spaces away, and they get a free reroll on one of those GFIs. They're fast, they're strong, and that makes them one of the most versatile players in the game. Their big weakness, of course, is their low agility of 2. The Chaos Dwarf blockers both have block and tackle. They're also very resilient with their AV of 9, but they are very slow with their movement of 4. The Hobgoblins here, these are not bad for cheap players. Again, cheap at 40k, stat line of 6337. That's pretty decent. The Minor Matter, a Minor Matter, they were low in strength. Knee High to Nuffle here, they've got the strength, but they're low in agility. Look at this, 2s and 3s across the board. Their agility is so poor that we're not likely to see any passing from this team whatsoever tonight. They're going to want to pick up the ball, and once they do, they're going to want to hold on to it forever. Classic cage tactics will likely rule the day for this team on offense. They're going to want to open up a hole, march that cage down the pitch, and if they can get it into their hands of a Bull Centaur, then scoring position is only 4 spaces away from the line of scrimmage. Where they're going to have a tricky time tonight is on defense. They're going to have to think carefully if and when they want to switch from man-to-man to zone. They can leverage the speed of the Hobgoblins and the Bull Centaurs, but they have to be careful that the MA7 Skaven players don't get away from them. Just the same, they're going to want to be giving... they don't want to be giving away position on the pitch by playing zone too early. They don't want to just give up those spaces. Remember, if ball gets in the hands of the Bull Centaur, they're only 4 spaces away from the line of scrimmage from scoring. So they don't want to back off too much. And how they decide to navigate those waters will be interesting to see. What marks are they going to make? Will they screen? How wide will those screen be? When will they get aggressive? And when will they reset their defense? A Minor Matter can win this game if they stay on the pitch with their low AV. And if they make clever use of those goblins, then I think they can pull out a win tonight. And while that's true, I think the tempo of the game is going to be squarely in the hands of Knee High to Nuffle here. They've got the strength advantage. They have the ability to directly shape the form of the opposing offense. And if they can ensnare a Minor Matter with the Knee High defense, I think they have a good shot at stealing this win away tonight. Also a team with expensive rerolls. They've picked up 3 to start with. I think that's also a good, a smart move. It means he loses out on that 6th Chaos Dwarf blocker. But honestly, I think I'd favor the reroll as well. I think this is the more conservative team to play. So I think tonight's really going to come down to tactics versus ingenuity, and we'll see what happens here in this opening night game. So if the coaches are ready to go, let's see if they're in Discord. They are indeed. We'll see if their game's ready to go. Looks like they're about to get started. Hank the Ranger, thank you very much for the sub. I appreciate it. What was I going to say? Oh, yes. If you want to sub, if you want to give us a sub or a follow, that helps a lot. And if you sub, then all games are ad-free. If you are an Amazon Prime member, you get 1 free sub a month. So if you want to watch the next 4 weeks of the Chaos Cup ad-free, feel free to send that sub our way, and we'd greatly appreciate it. I think I spelled that right. I always feel like I'm spelling the name wrong when I go searching in Cabal TV. Hank the Ranger says, I'm excited for a new season. Me too, man. And if you're new to the league, welcome. Thank you for coming out. I hope you enjoy tonight's game. Blood Bowl is a super rad game to play. I absolutely love it. Looks like they're ready to go there. We don't get to see the inducement phase, unfortunately, but probably nothing much is happening in the inducement phase anyway. Not in week 1. Let's see. It looks like knee-high to Nuffle will be kicking off. SP Beaver asks, any news on the BB3 release? No, not really. Oh, yes. And if you're new to the league, new to the Blood Bowl, then I probably should have introduced myself. I'm Ava Unit 2. I'll be commentating tonight. I hope you enjoy the game. If you're new, I'll try to point out things to new players. One of the things we like to do here at the MAML is teach the basics of the game, try to get people to interested in playing Blood Bowl. I think it's a fantastic game that often flies under the radar. So knee-high to Nuffle, setting up with a 5-man line. They've got the 2 Bull Centaurs on the ends, 3 Chaos Dwarf blockers right in the middle. When you set up your formation for a kickoff, you have to have 3 players on the line of scrimmage. The line of scrimmage is the center line right here. And you can have a maximum of 2 players in either of these wide zones. It's these wide rectangles over here. Everything else is fair play. If you can't set up at least 3 people on the line of scrimmage, then you have to set up as many as you can. 2 Hobgoblins as linebackers. He's got 2 players in either wide zone, so he's got a screen here. Players exert a tackle zones. It's like an area of influence on all 8 squares adjacent to them. And so these will cause players to have to dodge out. And so you can see he's covered the entire width of the pitch here with his defense. 3 players back to receive. He did bring in both throwers. Four-man line for a minor matter, strong on the left side. Brilliant coaching. Both teams are going to get an extra TRR, and they will both appreciate that. Fairly shallow kick, not too bad. Turn 1 for a minor matter here. Let's flip the camera around. Sunny day, no bad weather. 4 TRRs a pop now for both teams. This is a game of luck mitigation. Generally, the first things you want to do on your turn is are your safest moves. Do the moves that don't take up die rolls first. Generally, in Blood Bowl, if you fail a die roll, your turn is over. It's called a turnover, and then the other player gets to go. So you don't want to take a risky move first, end up having a turnover, and then you don't get to move anybody else. 2 die block at the line. This is with the Warpstone Troll. 2 die block because that's a strength 5 versus strength 3. Gets a push out of it. Well done. Goes for the ball pickup. Sure hands works out. That's the number 6 Skaven thrower, Boring Augur. Second Skaven thrower moves to the right corner of this faux cage. Number 10, Goblin Mud. Mud shifts to the left. Here comes the Blitz. Sets up for the 2 die. Blitz gets it with the block skill. Well done. Knocks down one of those 2 precious Bull Centaurs. Uses his remaining MA to move back toward the faux cage. When you blitz, generally you can take 1 action a turn. When you blitz, that's basically a movement plus a block combined as 1 turn. You can only blitz with 1 player per turn. The block you take takes up 1 of the movement points, and you can continue moving after you take your block. Good block back at the line. There's a handful of options you can only do once a turn. Blitzing is one of them. Passing is another. 19 seconds to play. Coaches get 2 minutes a turn to use all of their actions. Shifts the line to the right. Is he going to set up a block on this other Bull Centaur? He is indeed. Is he going to take the 1 die block or not? He's going to take it. 1 die block with the block skill works out. 2 seconds left. That'll probably be it. Turn 1 back to knee high to Nuffle. Good first turn for a minor matter. Clypheus stands up those 2 Bull Centaurs on either side of the line. Takes a block on the right-hand side. Gets an injury. Well done. Is he going to go off the pitch? I imagine he will. Yeah, 1-man player advantage now for knee high to Nuffle. The player is just in the reserve box, but he'll be off the pitch. Wait, was he in the reserve box? No, he's injured. It's 11 players to 10 now on the pitch for knee high to Nuffle. Right end Hobgoblin, John Romita Jr., number 8. He moves in toward the ball carrier. Blitz coming up on this Skaven Blitzer. Nope, it's on the Hobgoblin, I'm sorry. Good block, doesn't follow up. It's going to keep the tackle zone out here on number 7. Hank the Ranger says, tough first week matchup for Underworld, facing a lot of tackle. Yes, indeed. These Chaos Dwarf blockers all have tackle. Tackle negates dodge. Number 9, Hobgoblin, Puck. He's going to move down toward the ball carrier. Knee high to Nuffle, deciding to get aggressive here. This is a little bit about what we talked about in the pregame. When do you want aggressive? When do you want to be aggressive? When do you want to back off? A minor matter not in scoring position right now, so maybe getting aggressive here is the right call. We'll see what happens. I think Underworld teams really excel at higher TVs. They're their weakest at low TV, just because a lot of their strength comes from those mutation skills. SP Beaver says, that is a matter of perspective. I think it's a great first week for them. You and me both. Let's get some more injuries all around the board. There's still 21 players on the pitch. Come on now. Interesting formation here for Knee High. Applying a little bit of pressure, keeping a few players back. Has a few players tangled up on the line as well. How will a minor matter decide to react to this? They have both wide zones here are pretty wide open here. Will he want to commit to one or not? If you commit to a wide zone, obviously you can start moving down the pitch very quickly, but you lose your lateral positioning. If you think of this as like a fighting game, this is like getting pushed to the corner. Hank the Ranger says, well, to be honest, just about any team is a tough matchup for Underworld week 1. Yes, indeed. A minor matter deciding to commit to that right wide zone. So this is going to give Knee High an opportunity to collapse their defense. They still need to be a little bit careful here. A minor matter is very, very mobile. They're very, very quick. So they have a lot of speed in the Skaven players, and they have stunty dodge players in the Goblins. So Knee High does need to be careful about diagonal play or even about giving up too much of the pitch over here on the left-hand side. One die block's going to result in a push. He'll take it. Artificial Bunny and a minor matter here now working on breaking apart this defense, splitting up players, making them ineffective. Oh, failed the really stupid roll. He's going to leave it be. He doesn't want to take a reroll on that because he's a loner. Loner means if you want to take a reroll, you have to roll a die first. It's a 50-50 whether you even get to take the reroll or not. Wow! 3+ dodge. Is he going to try the reroll here? Team reroll management, I think, is going to be, really important in this game. He decides not to take it, and as a result, he gets KO'd for his trouble. 2-man player advantage for Knee High to Nuffle. Now, Hank the Ranger asks, who won the fame? Wow, it was Knee High to Nuffle. They got a fame of +2. Holy moly, a week 1 +2 fame. Again, if you're new to Blood Bowl, fame, so you have what's called fan factor. This is basically how many fans you have in the stands. They will often increase as you win games, and they can decrease as you lose games. That number then gets converted into something called fame. If you have the higher number after a calculation that includes your fan factor, you can have the fame advantage, so you can be +1 on fame. If you have double or more, you can get +2 fame, and then that fame number is used on the kickoff event table for certain events to go in your favor. Knee High has to be really careful about, oh wow, they're going to get aggressive. They're going to get aggressive, looking to defend number 8 here and maybe get some work out of him. Got to be careful about their defense getting split up, though. Moves Kastorf blocker in front of the Troll Rockjaw. Gets the 2-die block. Ooh, boy, gets the 2-die block on the lineman. Lineman's stunned. SP Beaver says, fans not to be confused with the wizard in the stands. Gets a push block. He'll take it. No TRRs used yet. 3 die block coming up. Can you take an AV7 player off the pitch? Oh, wow. Not off, yes, off the pitch with a KO. Not an injury, but he'll still take that 3-man player advantage now for knee-high to Nuffle. That frailty here, we can see it in play here. That AV7 on the not undead, on the underworld team. Number 1 Bull Centaur, Blasphemy, moves over to cover the right wide zone. Hank the Ranger says, brutal armor saves for a minor matter so far. Tough luck on the dice so far. Yes, indeed. We'll see if he can recover. Thankfully, only one of those was a casualty. The other 2 are KOs. He might get them back at the next drive. We'll see. Blitz with the Bull Centaur. 2-die blitz. Clean hit. He'll follow up for sure. Doesn't take the player off the pitch, but he gets a Bull Centaur closer to this ball carrier, and he gets an assist out of him. 2-die block. Doesn't work out, but he gets an injury out of it. Good trade for knee-high to Nuffle. You can see there, both down result, but he gets an injury out of it, so that's going to work out in his favor. SP Beaver asks, is that 5 players out so far? Yes, indeed it is. Well, it's 4 players out, but he has one. He had a 12-man roster. The troll wants revenge. Doesn't get it, but he gets a clean hit. Hank the Ranger says, I feel like I'm watching my future in tomorrow night's game. Well, let's hope so. I mean, let's hope not. So the ball carrier is going to move back to center pitch. This is that maneuverability we were talking about. Can't leave him all alone. He's going to have to pull other players over. He's going to have to dodge them out. Hank the Ranger lowered the GFI failure rate from 900% to 99%. Gonna spend the TRR on this dodge here. Failed the dodge. 3+ dodge. That was in his favor from the get-go, but it didn't work out. And we might be seeing a possession change here. Turn 3 for knee-high to Nuffle. SP Beaver says it's a rough introduction to the BB dice. This is a fair introduction to the BB dice. Knee high is going to set up at least a 2-die block here. They can easily get the 3-die block. Gonna go for the 2-die block. This will work out. Where's the ball gonna scatter? Ball scatters in knee-high's favor. Oh man, did the root not work? I'm gonna have to work those out. Wow. 2 stuns. Wow. Who is left standing on this team? Just the one player? And the troll? He's gonna go after the troll. He's got 3, 4, 5, 6. He's got a 2-die block against this troll. Bull Centaur moves towards the ball. He's not going to risk trying to pick that up. Not before he gets his hits in. 2-die block on the troll. That'll work out. Thankfully, the troll stays alive. And there's the ball pickup. Wow, that worked out. 50-50. Hank the Ranger says he's legit. Only made 1 or 2 armor saves so far, indeed. And now it's all but going to be a score for Knee-High and Nuffle here. Knee-High is almost certainly going to stall and score on turn 8. Because they'll get the ball back in the second half. We'll see what a Minor Matter decides to do. It's a tough call here now. Like, do you save your players? Do you run away? What do you do? Hank the Ranger said, stay down, miners. Just lay on the ground. Save your players. Oh, wow. Another failed dodge. I can't... Oh, he's going to burn... he's going to burn the TRR. I guess why not? How many players do you have left to use the TRR on? And another double failed dodge on a 2/3 chance. And he gets KO'd for his trouble. Holy moly. SP Beaver has the right answer. He says you pray to Nuffle. That's what you do. Turn 4 for Knee-High to Nuffle. He'll move the ball just outside the end zone. Move some protection back with the Bull Centaur. And then just be looking for some hits. Hank the Ranger says they can only foul once per turn. We definitely need to see the stats after this game. Some of the worst luck I've ever seen. Yeah, not a good start. This is genuinely bad dice. Often, if you're a tabletop gamer, oh my goodness, another KO. Oh, if you're a tabletop gamer, you know you're familiar with people blaming the dice. It happens in Blood Bowl too, but tonight it's genuinely bad dice. It's just bad luck. Two-die block on the troll. This will work. Is he going to try to foul the troll? That's what I want to know. I mean, the troll, I don't know if he's worth it with the AVM9, but if he can get all the assists in, it would be worth it. 3-die block over on the Skaven Blitzer. Clean hit. Oh, he decides to score. Wow. Wow. What a gentleman. 1-0 the score. Boulder Dash with the touchdown. We'll see if a Minor Matter gets back any of those KOs. He desperately needs it. 2 injuries so far. I think it's 3 KOs, 4 KOs. 2 will come back. That's about at odds. So he gets 2 players back. He's going to get another shot at this. He only has 8 players on the pitch. Decides to go with his same offense. He's only got 1 thrower now. I'm sorry, Knee-High to Nuffle goes with the same defense. Basically the same offense. All right, we'll see where the kickoff occurs. We'll see it happens on the kickoff event table. Oh, did you see that? I saw an extra TRR. Yeah, brilliant coaching. Knee-High to Nuffle gets an extra TRR. Oh, man. Second quarter begins. A Minor Matter down 3 players. But they are not out of this ball game. They can tie it up at the end of this half. Ha! Went for the pickup. Went for the pickup first thing. Failed it. And that's what we were talking about. taking your less risky moves first. He went for the pickup, didn't work out, didn't spend the TRR. Now he's in danger of losing the ball on this turn. Hank the Ranger says, are any Skaven injured or is it all goblins? Wow, another KO. Well, there's a KO on a Skaven player right there. We'll see who's injured. No, 2 goblins are injured. Oh, man. Oh, boy. That's a tough pickup for the Bull Centaur. He only has an AG of 2. I doubt he'll try to pick it up on this turn. But we'll see. We'll see what he decides. Hank the Ranger says he can also blow a TRR every turn. Yeah, with that extra... Oh, double skull, so he burns a TRR just like that. With that brilliant coaching, he has more than enough TRRs for the rest of the half. Spent one right there. Gets a push, keeps the drive alive, or keeps the turn alive. Man, if I were Artificial Bunny, I would be feeling so salty right now. But maybe, you know what? Maybe he's a better man than I am, and he can find the will to grind this out, and maybe come away with a draw or even a win. He's certainly not out of it. Looks like he's gonna go for the blitz on the Skaven Blitzer. Either that or he's just tying him up. But I doubt that. "20 seconds to play in turn number 5. Here comes the blitz. No, he's going to blitz the thrower. 2-die blitz. Gets a clean hit. AV of 7. Can Boring Augur stay on the pitch? He can. You... Oh, boy. Yeah? You think you can GFI? You got sure feet, do you? I don't think so. Hank the Ranger asks, what did he get injury-wise? He got I think it was a niggling injury, so one, I can't remember what it is. One to something. Fail. Was that a failed quick pass? What is up with the dice tonight? Oh yeah, it's +1 to future casualty rolls. That's right. Oh boy, what is happening? Nobody prayed tonight. Nobody prayed to Nuffle. You should have learned by now. Turn 6 back to knee high after the failed pass. Knee high looking to rack up some more hits, trying to get more players off the pitch. SP Beaver says that injury couldn't have happened to a more deserving centaur. Yeah, I mean that's a sliver of grace handed over to a minor matter. That's Nuffle saying, you know what? Don't worry, I'll spread it around a little bit. Clean 3-die block. The Ranger says, I think players should get 2 SPB if they injure themselves. 1 minute, 10 seconds in turn number 6 here. 4 TRRs remaining. Goes to pick up ball, clean pickup with the Hobgoblin with that AG of 3. That makes that a 3+ on the pickup. He picked that up with ease, which Artificial Bunny is probably scoffing at right now. He says a +3 pickup, and you didn't fail it twice in a row again? Nonsense. 1 die block back at the line against the Troll. This will be a push. Here comes the Blitz. Gonna take the Blitz on the number 10 Hobgoblin. Doesn't take him off the pitch. Mercifully, the Hobgoblin stays on the pitch. Looks like that might be it for the turn. There's 1 player left to go, but he's not gonna move him. Turn 7. 2 more turns this half. Artificial Bunny says, please spare me my life. SV Viewer says, will he score on turn 7 and get another round of hits? I mean, he can keep getting the hits. If he wants to score on turn 7, then that means he wants to try to get the ball back again. He can't score in one turn, unfortunately. 2 players sent back to the ball carrier. Not going to GFI. That ball carrier is going to get a clean dodge to the sideline unless somebody else can come back to cover him. In Blood Bowl, one of the more complicated maneuvers is called the dodge. If you are in an opponent's tackle zone and you want to move, that triggers a dodge. And then when you dodge, you get a +1 to an agility roll for dodging and a -1 for each tackle zone you dodge into. So in this case, this Hobgoblin's in a tackle zone, so if he wants to move, he has to dodge away. And if he moved over here, he would have no negative modifiers because there are no opposing tackle zones here, so that would be a positive dodge. Turn 7, knee high to Nuffle. Probably going to try to get a hit here. 2-die block pushes all he needs. He'll push him over to this space here. Well, looks like he thought about it for a second. He's like, I want to take you out. And now he's definitely going to score this turn. Getting his hits. He's going to get a 2-die block on the right-hand side. That'll work out. He picked the both down result just because he could. Get the stun out of it. Stun's not going to matter. Going to take that block on the Troll. Oh, man. Oh, man. He's going to pour salt in the wounds here. No, he is not. Here's the score. 2-0 is going to be the score. Knee-high to Nuffle. Takes a commanding lead here in the first half. They will get the ball back in the second half. There's 1 more turn to play. 1 more half turn, maybe. Nice score by knee-high to Nuffle. That right there, that is why they're winning. They are bowing to Nuffle, and Nuffle provides. Will any KO'd players come back onto the pitch? Nope. That's probably a good thing. He probably wants to keep him off the pitch until the second half anyway. 1 turn remaining in the first half. Knee-high resetting their defense just a little bit. Hank the Ranger says we could see a riot. We could. It's turn 8. If we see a riot, that'll give both teams one additional turn. Here's the kickoff. Sweltering heat, perhaps. Wouldn't that be something? Pitch invasion! Oh boy! It's not gonna matter, but wow, what a way to end the half. Oh, I love this game so much. What are you gonna do? No, you run away. You run far away. Nope, he's gonna run him forward. He says, "I'm not afraid of you." All right. Oh, look at all this. Look at all those stunts. Oh man. Failed the really stupid roll again. I think he's gonna have to pull back the Skaven Blitzer to try to protect the ball. No, he's gonna go for a foul. He says, "I'm tired. I'm tired of your nonsense." Foul doesn't work out, but he doesn't get called off, so that's good. Turn 8. Final turn of the first half. Mihai is gonna get 3 blocks. No, they're gonna get 2 blocks. They're gonna get a block and a blitz. 2-die block on the troll. He's looking to knock him down. Spends the TRR, gets it. He's got a foul that he can do as well. He can afford it. I mean, honestly, I would totally take a foul here. 2-die block or 2-die blitz. This will work out. All right. He's gonna try to pick up the ball. That's gonna be the end of the turn. All right. Clypheus decides he's not gonna try to murder the team anymore. 2-0 at the half. Mihai is gonna get the ball here. All they have to do is hold on to it, and they are assured victory. 2 players come back for a minor matter. That is very good for them. Clypheus says losing a Bull Centaur hurts. Don't talk about hurt. Have you seen what you've done to the other team, you monster? SP Beaver says, "Coach's word of wisdom to the team: do not die." So now a minor matter is only down 2 players, I think. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. 2-man player advantage for Knee-High to Nuffle. And a minor matter has their work cut out for him here. They've gotten back all their TRRs. I know Knee-High with that fame advantage ended up with 5, but really the teams only have 3. So this is part of the strategy of Blood Bowl. This is your week 1. Your AV, bit you in this first week. So what do? How do you play out the second half? Do you play it conservatively? Do you decide, you know what, I'm not going to win, but maybe I play for 2-1? Do you say, you know what, I can win. I'm going to get 3 scores. Do you say I can tie? Do you say, nope, I don't want to lose anyone else. I'm going to play super cautiously. What do you do? How do you react to this? There are still at least 4 weeks left for a minor matter, and that's just in this first competition. So they have plenty of games here ahead of them. And they'll have to, Artificial Bunny will have to strategize and decide how he wants to move forward in this game and how that can best help him going forward in the season. 4-man line for Knee-High, 3-man line. Oh boy. Another brilliant coaching for Knee-High and Nuffle. Oh, 4 TRRs. That's too many TRRs. You know what? I'm glad Knee-High and Nuffle is faithful to Nuffle, but jeez Louise. This is getting absurd. This is getting absurd! Apothecary gets used. It doesn't work out. The Apothecary, he wasn't licensed. He wasn't licensed. That's what happens when you get an unlicensed Oppo there. He's dead. Three-man player advantage, 1 player dead. Wow, if this doesn't convert you to Nuffle, I don't know what does. 2-die blitz coming up. It's gonna be a push. Hank the Ranger says, and that's a Skaven. Ouch. Yeah, that's one of the more expensive players. One of the more important players. Knee-High to Nuffle. It looks like the whole game plan at this point is just beat up the other team. And I mean, why not? He's going to save that ball pickup for the very last thing he does. Hank the Ranger says, earn those SPPs. Yes, sir. Yeah, failed 50-50 pickup. Is he going to spend the... He spends the TRR. Wow. Decides to spend his free TRR and it doesn't work out. SB Beaver says, can you start a new team for game 2? Unfortunately not. But that does bring up, you can start a new team for a new competition. So once the competition's over, coaches are free to field a brand new team if they wish. 2-die blitz with the troll. A YOLO blitz, he says. Get out of my face! Gets a stun out of it. He was looking for more. He's got 1 more movement left with that troll. SB Beaver says, that's such horrible luck for Clypheus. Is it? Is it now? Hank the Ranger says, do not GFI. A minor matter running all of their players up center pitch. And I mean, why not? That Bull Centaur is not going to be passing. Good stunty dodge. He can probably save this goblin here. The Skaven probably wants to dodge out as well. He'll save that for later. Hooray! Hank the Ranger says he made a dodge! One die block. This will work out against the number 4 Chaos Dwarf blocker, Jubilant. AV9, very, very strong. Your armor value is the number you have to beat, the number that has to be beat in order for your armor to be broken, and then for you to roll in the casualty pool. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me with this? What is happening? What is happening? It's just not enough prayers. It's just you are you have been smited by Nuffle. SB Beaver says, hey, he got his 1 dodge for the game, all right? Double Skulls finally has to spend a TRR. KOs the Skaven thrower. And you know what? Honestly, if I were Artificial Bunny, I might say, oh, thank goodness. He's off the pitch. He's out of harm's way. Two-die blitz. This is against the other thrower. It's a clean hit. Gets a stun out of it. He was looking for more, but he'll take it. Hobgoblin moves back toward the would-be ball carrier, gets in front of this this gaggle of Underworld players. Gets some players between the Underworld players and the ball carrier. Ball carrier tries to pick up the ball and fails. AG2 makes that a 50-50 pickup. It's an AG roll of 2, and then you get a +1 for the pickup. Oh no! Oh no! Went with the big guy, tried to get the hit, failed the really super roll. He spent the TRR on Loner and failed the Loner roll as well. That's to be expected, but what's not to be expected is it is yet another Snake Eyes here. A 1 and a 1. Hank the Ranger says, can any goblins get to the end zone? They can. Hank the Ranger says, but he got rid of the 1 rolls. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a smart bet. Just take the goblin, get that ball. Get that ball, get that, get the ball, get the ball, get the ball, do it. Yeah, do it. Oh, he too far to the side. He can still get there with the Hobgoblin. Do it. Oh wait, the Hobgoblin's not his. This goblin's too far out. J.R. Wilkes says, eventually fumbles the ball into a touchback that kicks the ball all the way around the field, calling it. I would love to see that. 2-die block here on turn 11. Gets a push out of it, thankfully. I have to imagine this Gobbo over here, Mud, is going to get blitzed down. Good block on the number 3 Skaven Blitzer. He's not... Is he not going to blitz? He might blitz with the Bull Centaur and then go for the pickup with the Bull Centaur. Cantankerous decides to get back into this ball game. He's going to lend an assist. 2-die block, clean hit on number 7. Wow, Hobgoblin moves over to the left. Here's the blitz of the Bull Centaur. Let's hope for a push. Hope for a push. It's a push. It's a push. He's going to try to pick up the ball, but he's going to fail. Yes, he is. gonna spend the TRR. This makes it 75%. Failed the pickup. Yes! Yes! Knee high to Nuffle. I'm sorry. A minor matter is up with turn 11. They can go for the score. Just do it. Go. Go, little mud. I believe in you. It's going to take a block first. And it's early enough in the half where he could conceivably tie this game out. Pick that ball up, baby. He's going to stand up some players. I wouldn't. I would have left him down. Pick the ball up. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy. Pick that ball up. Pick the ball up. Yeah! Yeah! Stunty dodge! Failed pickup. He's going to spend the TRR. Yeah. No! No! This is no longer. This is not a matter of not having prayed enough to Nuffle. Like, did you curse Nuffle's name? What did you do? What did you do? 2-die block results in a push. Back in this scrum, back at the line of scrimmage. SB Beaver says, how many failed pickups is that? That's a whole lot. Yeah, Ground is MVP so far. That would have been a key score if he could pull it off. Now he's running out of time. But we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Got a stun. Jared Wilkes says Ground got a lasting injury. Two-die block back in the scrum. Doesn't get much out of it. Going for the block with the Bull Centaur. Well, he goes for the block. He says, I'm not going to try to pick it up with the Bull Centaur anymore. Enough of this. He's going to try to pick up with the Hobgoblin. And that works out. He's going to have to move that Hobgoblin upfield. Yes, indeed. J.R. Wilkes says, the pitch gets +2 SPP when you hurt yourself on a GFI. I wonder how it spends it. Is it like on nicer grass seed? Or like more watering? Two-die block results in a push. Back at the line of scrimmage, a pitch wizard. Another good block. Are there any blocks left? I think that's it. Final turn of the third quarter in this nightmare game for a minor matter. Let's see. Three players injured in game one. One dead. Hank the Ranger says, isn't there a softer ground upgrade for the stadiums? I believe there is, yeah. Is that another failed dodge? Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Fourth quarter begins. In this murder fest. Grit's going to take a hit. He's going to stay on the pitch. He might want to stay down on the ground forever at this point. Good hit. He is in danger of the foul. We saw Clypheus elect not to foul graciously in the first half. He might elect not to here as well. SB Beaver says Bunny isn't even getting to play in his first game. I know. Knee highs, keeping that pressure on, keeping those hits coming. I mean, that's what they do. That's but man, oh man, these rolls. Good GFI. Failed it, actually, but got it on the sure feet. Two-die block on the troll. Works out, doesn't get anything out of it. Snake Eyes on the armor roll. He needed a 10. 3 players left. Will we see any fouling? Man, I'd be fouling all day. If I'm up this many players, oh man. Jared Wilk says, can you imagine the second Minotaur failing a GFI and getting injured? I can. Troll stands up. Turn 13 back to a minor matter. What do you do here? Like, I honestly might just stay on the ground, but then you're in danger of... Then you're just hoping your opponent doesn't foul you. But I don't know. I would probably just stay down. I would just stay down. Nope, he's a fighter. He's going to stand back up. He says, there's 5 of you. I don't care. I'm stunty. I can get out of here. SP Beaver prayed to Nuffle. Prayer's working out here. Didn't call for the blitz. He wasn't going to go for the uphill block. Mud tries to get back into this game. He stands up, moves a few spaces, and he'll be done. Turn 14. 1 TRR left for knee-high to Nuffle. None for a minor matter. Clean hit back over at the line of scrimmage against the Skaven thrower. Doesn't get anything out of it. Blitz. Blitz will work out with block skill. It's a stun. Hobgoblin moves down. I believe this is scoring position. Scoring position with the GFI. Hank the Ranger says Mutt has put in a good game. Lots of hustle by that guy. Yeah, good effort. It's tough to play out your game of Blood Bowl when you see all your teammates getting injured and dying around you. Good hit on the troll. One minute left to play for knee-high to Nuffle. 1 TRR left. What do you do? It's going to take this block on the Skaven Blitzer for sure. Yeah, 2-die block. That's not going to work out. He's going to spend the TRR. That's it. No more team rerolls left. I think that'll do it for knee-high. Turn 14 for a minor matter. Troll stands up. Man, he's a fighter. He is not going down without a fight. Skaven thrower stands up. It would have been great if he stood him up and just fucking blitz somebody. Goblin moves forward. Mud on the 10-yard line. He just moves up a little bit. It's keeping him somewhat in scoring position. Maybe he's just keeping him safe. Another failed Skaven dodge. Turn 15. 2 turns remain in this game. Hobgoblin moves forward. Maybe the number 11 Hobgoblin. Dobby moves up with him, and that's that. Chaos Dwarf Blocker kind of moves over here. Nope, he says, I'm safe. Nobody can get at me. SP Beaver asks if the agility on Skaven is 1. Good stun on Steam Shovel. Good block on Pebble. Man, this is what my first game's gonna look like. I have Wood Elves. I'm all AV7 across the board. Jared Wilkes says, I used to think these were eagle screeches, but now I just think that's what vultures sound like in this world. Blitz on poor Mud. Poor Mud, he's gonna dodge out. What a trooper he is. Blocks down the troll. Troll stays alive. Turn 15 for a minor matter. What do you do? What do you do? Well, each turn he's been standing back up and taking his licks. We'll see if he does it again. Yeah, a fighter, a champion. Good stunty dodge over in the left wide zone with number 11. That's Grit. It's going to get the 2-die block over here. He's looking for vengeance. Doesn't get it, unfortunately. Another failed, really stupid roll, unfortunately. Or maybe fortunately, the troll's going to stay on the ground. Good stunty dodge by Mud. You cannot keep Mud down. Final turn of the game. Turn 16 for Knee-High to Nuffle. Nobody has any TRRs left. Knee-High probably... Well, I don't know if they're going to score here or not. I mean, probably. Why not? Get that SPP while you can. Or he can go for these blocks, but he doesn't have any TRRs to make him safer. Looks like he's going to go for the blocks. He's going to try to maximize his SPPs here. We'll see if it works out. 3-die block, clean hit. Can he take Mud out? He cannot. You can't take Mud off this pitch. Are you kidding me? He was born in Mud. 3-die block also going to work out. Doesn't get anything out of that either. Mud, the next Pips Pippy, SB Beaver says. That's a high bar, man. But Mud's, he's already working his way there. Living legend. Gonna take another block here on the Skaven Blitzer, number 3 Jackhammer. It's gotta be a 3-die block. 3, 4, 5, 6. Here we go. 3-die block. Only, oh no, he's got block. He's going to take both standing. Fair enough. Now it is time to score. 3-0 the score. There's one turn left for a minor matter. We'll see if they can get some revenge hits out of this, but that'll be the game. Game's going to end 3-0, unless there's a riot, of course. Hank the Ranger says, very high bar. If he would have scored that TD, then maybe. At least he's better than Doug. Oh, Doug. Doug didn't know what he was getting into. Oh, oof. Both players come back from the knockout. Yay! That's more players on the pitch to try to get some more assists, more hits. I can't imagine Knee-High's going to give him anything but 3 players to hit, but we'll see. Yes, indeed. He's going to put 3 players on the line. Remember, a legal formation is at least 3 players on the line of scrimmage and no more than 2 players in either wide zone. So he's going to put 3 players on the pitch and move everybody back to the end zone. Hank the Ranger are hoping for a riot. A riot will give a minor matter 2, or get an extra turn, giving him 2 turns to score, which in this situation, he could absolutely do it. Hank the Ranger says, I think Nuffle would frown on this as cowardice. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens on the kickoff table. SP Beaver says, I would still be happy with sweltering heat. I wouldn't. It wouldn't do anything anymore. It would be nice to know that it can happen, though. Here's the kickoff. Oblivious suffers. Yeah! The fans get rowdy. And Oblivious gets knocked out with a rock. Hank the Ranger was right. Nuffle was not pleased with this act of cowardice. Wasn't willing to give up the extra turn, but he'll give up an injury. We'll see if he goes for a pass here. He is. It's a failed pass. That's it. 3-0 is the final score. Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh, GG's to both players. Knee-High and Nuffle pulls it out with an easy 3-0 victory. That was just rough dice. Let's take a look at the stats here. Knee-High controlled the ball all game long. 62 successful blocks, 4 KOs, 1 kill, 3 injury, 82 running yards. A minor matter didn't really have possession of the ball all that much, but they did get 54 yards out of it. Let's take a look at these die rolls. Let's take a look at these die rolls. A minor matter. Let's see. 52% on his dodges, 64% on the armor rolls, 78% on injuries. Let's see. %37% on the pickups. I mean, it's not great. It's not great. Hank the Ranger says, hey, he made both his animosity rolls. He did. He made both of those. Well, GG's. GG's to both coaches. That was just rough. That was rough dice. Just straight up for a minor matter. We'll see how he recovers from this. I don't know what his earnings were. He will be down 2 players. He had a 12-man roster. He lost 2 to injury and 1 to a death. So he'll be down 2 players. I don't know how much money he had in the treasury. But we'll see what he does in game 2. I mean, this is Blood Bowl, right? You take a fragile team like Elves or Underworld, and this is something that can happen. Hank the Ranger says most of those dodges had a 67% success rate, so he did underperform there. I mean, he underperformed almost all across the board. But yeah, it's rough. But you know, it's early. This was game 1 of the season, game 1 of the competition, game 1 of the season. Lots and lots of games to go. Speaking of, game 2 will be tomorrow night. Tomorrow's a doubleheader, starting at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Tracksuit Mafia at Irish Wristwatch. Oh, you're not gonna mess me up. Irish Wristwatch. I gotta get faster with that. Irish Wristwatch. Tracksuit Mafia at Irish Wristwatch is tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. It's a live game. Irish Wristwatch, coached by Wenger, who is the last season's runner-up, second place in the season. That'll be followed by Pity the Ghoul at Dead Man's Party. That will be 10:30 that night. That'll be right after the Tracksuit Mafia game. That'll be a replay match, so that'll take about an hour. Replay matches are generally about half as long as a live stream. That'll be followed up on Saturday, January 15th at 9:30 p.m. with a live stream of Neglected of Nuffle at Pip's Pippy Fan Club. And then the week will round out on Sunday, January 16th at 9 p.m. with a live stream of a Reptile Dysfunction that is coached by Nick Satan, the league champion, season 1 champion, against Take the Wood, Take the Bad. That will be Lizardmen versus Wood Elves. Pity the Ghoul and Dead Man's Party is a Necro Mirror match. I'm excited to see that one. Tracksuit Mafia at Irish Wristwatch is Underworld versus something I don't remember. Actually, you know what? We can look. Why don't we look? Standings, of course, are not up to date with tonight's win. But the 10 teams in the league are Knee High to Nuffle. That's coached by Clypheus. That is obviously Chaos Dwarf. You saw them play tonight. Pip's Pippy Fan Club, coached by El Nubarino, who had a fantastic showing last season. That is a Lizard Man team. Tracksuit Mafia, coached by Merrick. Merrick had lots of success with his Dwarven team last competition. He was the Chaos Cup champion last year, looking to defend his title this year, this time with a Chaos team. Pity the Ghoul, coached by Dead Fred. That's a Necro team. Irish Wristwatch, coached by Wenger. Wenger, the season runner-up last year. Also another Underworld team. A Reptile Dysfunction, coached by Nick Satan. Nick Satan, again, is the league champion. That is a Lizard Man team. Take the Wood, Take the Bad. That's my team. That's a Wood Elf team. That's nothing but AV7. Oh, man. Going up against Lizardmen. Let's hope it's not a repeat of tonight. Dead Man's Party, coached by Malik. That's a Necro team. Neglected of Nuffle. That's coached by War Horseman. That is a Pro Elf team. And then Artificial Bunny we saw tonight, a Minor Matter. That is an Underworld team. Clypheus says repeat of tonight. Too soon, man. Too soon. Oh, man, my goodness. Well, let's hope all the bad rolls got out tonight and nobody else has to suffer them. We'll see. Not so trusty patches. I appreciate it. Stupid Hobgoblin giving a level. GG's. GG's to both coaches. That was a lot of fun to watch. Just unfortunate dice for a Minor Matter and Artificial Bunny. But hopefully he can recoup and come back here. Still lots of games to play, not just in the competition, but in the season. So we'll see you back here tomorrow night at 9. I've already forgotten what the schedule was. At 8:30, I'm sorry. Tomorrow night at 8:30 for a doubleheader here in week 1. Welcome back, everyone, to more Blood Bowl. We will see you tomorrow. Have a good night, guys.
making zombies.